Hi folks, this is Jay. We are visiting a garden on Urban Farm Day. This is the Harris Garden in the east side of Buffalo. This is such a bountiful garden, and we are with the gardener Cheryl here. Can you say a quick hi?
Hi, Jay. Welcome to my garden.
Yeah, well, can we join you for a walk in the garden?
Sure, I would love that.
Yeah, I see you have so many boxes used as raised bed
Yes.
in your garden. So how do you fill the boxes?
I use the hugelkultur method, which is you put wood down first, then you put leaves or some kind of organic material, then the soil. And what that does is it keeps the garden moist so you don't have to water it as often.
Oh, that's such a good strategy. And I see you save the leaf in the
Yes.
plastic bag.
I
Yeah.
do. You can also mow over it and use it as a mulch for the top.
Oh.
And that way you really prevent soil
Yeah.
erosion and you keep it moist.
And you're using the material you have in the yard
Yes.
just to put them back into the soil.
Yes.
Yeah, that's such a good strategy.
We should use everything possible. We have so many trees here, I can get the leaves for free.
Wonderful. So you grow so many different variety of plants. Some are all more ornamental, but you have a lot of very different plants that some people may consider as weed, but you find good use for them. Right?
I do, such as purslane that's down there. Many people consider them weeds, but actually they're very nutritious. You can put it in your salad or you can put it in a smoothie if you don't want the taste of it. But
see.
it's not a weed, we just think it is.
Exactly. I see you have lots of pepper, and those are color green, right?
No, these are golden Swiss chard.
Oh, Swiss chard, yes.
It is my favorite green.
Yeah. Oh,
Quick and easy to cook and very nutritious.
and they're very beautiful. They have the yellow vein in the
Yes.
center. Yeah. Oh, this
So
is
there's some that's white, but these are the golden ones.
golden one. Yes, I
Yeah.
see. Yes, you started from seed. Is that?
I do. I
Okay.
turned my basement into a grow room, and that way I can control what I grow.
Wow, that's very impressive. So your entire basement is dedicated to.
Most of it. Still need a washer and dryer like everyone else.
I see, yeah. But you grow such a huge variety, and show the viewer in a little bit. You not only you had vegetable and produce, you have some of the rare plants that provide some sort of a medicinal value or other.
Oh, I do. I have a lot of herbs,
Yeah.
5 spice plants and stuff like that that I grow instead of ordering it because you don't know if pesticides are used.
Exactly.
We can grow a lot of things in our
Climate.
zone.
So we're in zone 6 around.
We're in zone 6, and that's
Yeah.
what you need to look for.
Yeah.
We'll go in the back later. We have the fig trees and stuff like that, and a lot of people think we can't. But if you look for a specific zone, you can grow them, and they'll live here.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
this is what behind us is the purslane. These are peppers, all different kinds of sweet peppers.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
In the back, I separate them. They're hot peppers
Oh,
because I don't
wow.
want to confuse them. Some
Yeah.
look alike.
Yeah, just let me show the viewer about the purslane. Yeah, so
Okay.
some people will say this is a weed, but if you have a use for it, it's not a weed.
And if you just like very nutritious green food, it's not a weed.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, look at the peppers and separate your hot pepper with your sweet pepper so you don't mix them up.
because if it's round or if it's cylindrical, it's hard to know unless you bite into it
Exactly.
if it's hot or sweet.
Yeah, and you have a box here with something so cute. So those are eggplant, is it?
They are. The white ones, these are my favorite. These are Gretel because they're very rarely bitter and they're small.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't really need to peel them or anything. You can just saute them and eat her.
Wonderful.
And then these are the fingerlings. So it's nice to have like a good color on your plate. You can use both.
Yeah, oh, beautiful. It's just beautiful. And I see you have a strawberry patch here with the
Yes.
white and the pink flower. But
And
they look so beautiful. They have ornamental value too, in addition to the strawberry you're going to get.
It is. And then when you have the flowers, it draws the bees and the butterflies.
Yeah.
So it has a value for eating and for just drawing nature in.
Exactly. Yeah. So, oh, I forgot to mention. So, when we start the video, this is your teepee
Yes.
for the beans, right? You
Yes.
have more than a few variety of beans growing here, and it just creates such a focal point in your garden.
does.
Yeah. I mean, we want to grow things that contribute to the habitat of the pollinator. We want to grow produce, but we also want something visually pleasing. Yeah,
Yes, it should be both.
exactly.
And actually, it's a symbiotic relationship. So if you have both, you're going to draw in the beneficial insects that you need to feed your garden.
Yeah, and it's also enjoyable for us humans to be
is.
in the garden.
It is. It's my most relaxing places to be in the garden, even when I'm working, because it's something beautiful to look at.
I see you have some of those very long red beans. What is the variety?
Those are red yard-long beans, and you can stir fry them and use them as a noodle. They're very delicious.
Yeah, they're very beautiful too. Yeah. So let's go over to this side of the garden.
Okay.
You have more than a few different type of fruiting tree over here, right?
I do. I have apple trees down there. There's a cherry, plum. Those are jujube trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got those this year. I'm really excited to see them grow.
So jujube, they are also a fruiting tree.
Yes.
So the fruit, sometimes people call it the date. Is that?
Yes.
Yeah, and sometimes people dry it. You can also eat it fresh. Yeah.
And which is good for our climate. If we get an abundance when it gets big, we can dry it and have it in the winter.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, look at this area. This is just so bountiful. Yeah, the tomatoes are going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have the cherry tomato over there, and the bigger one closer to us.
So, but yes, there's all different varieties. I grow mostly all actually heirloom varieties.
Oh yeah, so most of them you started from seed.
Yes.
Wow, just very impressive. Look at the cherry tomato. Yeah, you're going to have a big harvest very soon.
I've been harvesting them, yes. I like to say when you get something right, you can tell it likes its space. So
Exactly.
it's going wild there.
Yeah. So this is the tomatilla. Is that a plant?
It is.
Yeah, with the husk. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you open the husk, this one is small. The fruit, and it's kind of lemony. The fruit is inside.
Wow.
So when you see a salsa and it's green, salsa verde, that's what they make it with.
Oh wow. Yeah. So they're closer. They're in the tomato, in the nightshade family.
Yes.
I see. Yeah. Very interesting.
But it has a distinct flavor. It's very
Okay.
citrusy. During my workshop, I'll show. I dry them, and it almost has a candy flavor once it's dehydrated.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Yeah. And the other thing I know you do is you preserve a lot of the produce. You
Yes.
use canning for sure, right? And
I
you also
do.
dry.
I dehydrate and I can. Both methods. So I'll use like water canning, which is usually you need like a vinegar or something like that to preserve, or sugar. And then a denser thing you need pressure method. So I do both.
Okay.
And I freeze.
Yeah. Wow. You do everything. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
I mean,
watch the-
I mean, the thing you grow in the garden, they're the most fresh. They're the most nutritious. You want to save them, not just for the summer, but later in the season.
And with this, with the size of this garden, I have look at all of the blackberries and
Yeah,
stuff.
you have the goji berry
Yes.
closer to us, then the raspberry and blackberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, these are goji berries. They're just starting to come in. And a lot of people should know that we can grow those in this area.
Yeah,
And they become a big, large tree.
So I think the goji berry is native to China and also other Eastern Asia country, and we see this as a more medicinal plant.
Yes.
People now consider them as a superfood.
Food, yes.
Yeah, it just provides so many nutrients and good for your overall health. Yeah.
Your immune system, it is really healthy for you.
Exactly. And show us the fig you have.
Okay.
It just brings me so much joy to see people be able to grow and succeed in growing fig in our climate. So we're in zone 6.
We're in zone 6. There's a few that'll survive in zone 6, but these are Chicago figs.
I see. So this is
This
the
is
second year you're growing
Second year, and it's actually my second harvest. I had one in the
wow.
spring, and
Yeah.
I just cover it with a sheet, because I want to protect it. And when I pulled it off, I had baby figs on there.
Wow. It just brings you so much joy.
It does.
Yeah. You have
And I love the shape of the leaves. As you said, it's really pretty too.
Exactly. Yeah. And on this side of the yard, along the fence, you had something quite unique that I had never seen people growing here. I mean, I heard of this plant. So what is this?
These are 3 different kinds of sea berry.
Sea
And you
berry,
get
yeah.
like golden or red berries.
Uh-huh.
And again, they're very healthy and nutritious. They're good for
Yeah,
the heart.
yeah.
But they'll grow up to be beautiful bushes.
Exactly. And I know they have some sort of omega 6 or omega 7.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're, I mean, it's probably the only source of that particular omega fatty acid
Yes.
that you can get from a plant.
It is.
So that's why it is so valuable. Yeah.
Those are more tomatoes there. And this is my humongous
Oh,
kiwi tree.
wow. So
It has taken over the pergola.
yeah, do they produce the kiwi fruit?
They do. I need to cut it back. When I don't cut it back, it doesn't produce fruit.
I
But
see.
once it's cut back, it will.
Yeah. Oh, this is magnificent. Yeah, I always
And-
had the impression, many people will have the same impression that kiwi is a tropical fruit, but you are able to grow it here if you
Yeah.
choose the right variety.
And I think it's the Arctic variety that you buy here. And you need a male and female.
Yes. Oh,
So otherwise it won't produce.
so you have 2 plants here.
There's 2, yes. So there's a
Wow.
male and a female.
Yeah, this is just very impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, and beautiful too. They just cover the trellis, and you can enjoy the shade underneath it.
And that's what I do. I have a bench under there usually, and I sit and write in there. It's my shade.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're coming upon, these are all different kinds of grapes.
Great. Yeah. I see you are going to have a good harvest very
Yeah.
soon. Yeah.
Very
lovely.
soon I'll have more grapes.
Yeah. Okay, let me turn the camera. So, what is this plant with the vine with the darker leaf climbing on your?
It's a red pea vine, so it will eventually give me some peas, which is rare because it will grow in the summer.
Oh wow!
So it's
yeah.
designed again for the climate, and so
yeah.
it'll grow in the summer. But it's also beautiful. It covers
Exactly. It's
the
so,
archery.
Yeah. So the pea usually like the cooler
Yes.
weather, so they're not really considered a summer crop.
No, this, and if there's a small one over there, it's a blue pea, and people sometimes put it in water. If you look really closely, or I'll pull one down for you.
Yeah.
But these will grow in the summer,
Uh-huh.
in the warm weather. Do you want to try one?
Oh yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. They're really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so delicious. Well, it cannot get any fresher than this.
No, it can't. It's wonderful to say, oh, I need something, and you go outside and you can just make a salad. That's my
Yeah,
goal, is to have people have gardens which are beautiful and nutritious in their
Yeah.
garden.
So I know
They
you
are.
are certified to teach
Yes.
the food preserving. Is that?
Yes, I'm certified to teach that and gardening classes through Cornell.
Wow. Yeah. Wonderful. So can you share a little bit more about your canning and preserving process?
Well, Jay, it really depends on which process, what I want to can. If I want to do salsa, it's a water bathing. But this, and I'll share it with people at my workshop, I discovered a new method of freezing and preserving greens and tomatoes, which was flash freezing.
Oh.
And I pulled it out this winter because I wasn't sure if it would work and I wouldn't pass it on. And it looked like the day I preserved
Wow,
it.
that's wonderful. Yeah.
It is just so nice.
So you are starting some new project this year, right? So it's a new nonprofit, is that?
Yeah, Wholly Healthy Solutions. So I'm doing that, and I'm also going to put up a tunnel this year. I finally
Wow.
found someone to do that because I want to extend the season. Our season
That's
is
true.
so short without
That's true. Yeah, but with the right technique, the right method, you're
Yes.
able to really keep your harvest going almost the whole year, right?
Yes, yes. And one of the things with all of the fruit trees, and I didn't show you the buffalo berry through there, I can have an harvest now with the various trees and foods from like May till January, because the buffalo berry you can't eat until after it freezes.
Oh wow, that's such a good information. You are so knowledgeable, and thank you for sharing your garden and also your knowledge with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.